Okay, good morning, John. Hello, Lena. Good afternoon. High noon. Yes. It's 12:12. Actually, it will be 12:12. John just said it's 12:12. But as I look on and see it's 12:11. Just getting you ready for the numbers game. Today we're talking about John's murder and this that we are in the middle of this documentary now, Murder Without a Trial, John Lennon Murder Without a Trial. And I've been wanting to get into this for a long time, the conspiracy theories. So that's going to be addressed, and we'll be bringing that to you. Right now, we've just been talking, reviewing the first episode between ourselves, right? And it's heavy, yeah. Especially thinking about what Yoko went through, and her mind was already working like about the conspiracy, so-called conspiracy theories. The first thing she said when Elliot Mintz came to her after John was killed was, "Why would that man do that to John? Why would that?" And it wasn't a hopeless feeling. Oh, why? Oh, why? It was like, why exactly did that man shoot John? Right. She was on to something. And before we get into this book, I'm going to tell you what Yoko was into. You know what she was into? Why don't you tell me? I think Yoko was hip to the dirty low down. Yeah. The dirty low down. Good day to you, my love. This is the work. Yep, this is the work, folks. Baby's running round, hanging with the crowd. Put your business on the street, talking out loud. Saying you bought her this and that and how much you don't spend. I swear she must believe that it's all heaven sound. Hey boy, you better bring that check around. To the sad, sad truth, it's a dirty low down. Well, I wonder who taught her how to talk like that, yeah. I wonder who gave her that big idea. Yum, 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 yum. Hey, nothing you can't handle, ain't nothing you ain't got. Put your money on the table and drive it off the lot. Turn on that old love light, turn and make it to a yes. Same old schoolboy got you into this mess. Hey son, better get on back to town. Face the sad old truth with a dirty low down. Yeah. Balls fucking skags now, baby. Ball Skags. How can you not be cool? You got a name like Ball Skags. Come on, Lena. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Wait, come on back down to earth some. Dig the low down. Oh, I'm back to earth, boy, yeah. I'm down here, baby, yep. You doing the down low, Johnny, yeah. You doing the down low with Lena. Oh, you ain't got to be so bad, ain't gotta be so cold. The dog-eat-dog existence sure is getting old. Got to have the Jones for this, you gotta have a Jones for that. This running down the Joneses, boy, just ain't where it's at. You gonna come back around to the sad, sad truth with a dirty low down. I wonder who got you thinking that way, boy. wonder. Yeah, I do now. No, 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 no. This song is rocking, isn't it? Yeah. John's dancing. Now, I wish you'd move your shoulders a little more. I'm doing it, but I don't want to turn. I don't want to. Well, I wonder, 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 wonder who. Said I wonder, 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 wonder who. Look out for that low down. Dirty, 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 low down, boy. Oh, that John Lennon. He got the dirty low down. I wonder. He went way down. He smacked his head into the sidewalk. Johnny smacked his head into the fucking sidewalk. They shot him in the back. That's right, they. But I don't want to get ahead. That's all right, honey. I like when you get evangelical. What we're going to do today is we're going to be reading one of John's essay poems, whatever you want to call it, verse from the book of channeled writings brought to us by Saint Bonnie Payne Clement. Mm-hmm. We've spoken about this book. I am now bringing you writings one by one, and John will be explaining them as we go. The first writing from the book of channeled writings of John Lennon by Lady Bunny Payne Clement is called Dead. Saturday night at the village. Actually, it's sadly, right? You want me to take it? Yeah, I'm going to read it how I see it. All right. Don't get mad. I'm not mad. I like it. You caught it. You caught me. That's important. That's a Joycean right there. That's my Joycean slip. All right. Saturday night at the village and at Mama Leone's and that little cafe on 53rd Street with the boxy windows. John B. Lonely sat on the shelf. Far above the city lights was he, and grey of face, from playing with too many barnacles. He watched the widow with her sleek black hair and white ducks stirring teaspoons of despair. "You've been dead a long time. They always shoot white rabbits, don't they?" said the man in the tub. "Too bad you were an honest man." John B. Lonely wrote his name on wind and no one heard. And he sang seashell lullabies, but the wind just carried them away. Then he found a pen, but all it wrote was invisible ink. So he got in his balloon and went up and away. But he trailed a message in code, and here's what it said. Dead. And that is the first of the book of, we're going to be taking these apart. Do you want to explain that? Well, Lena was watching the video last night and she saw the studio where I walked out of the last time, just moments before I was shot, after working on the album, Double Fantasy and the Milk and Honey records. And she saw right outside of that studio, as part of the backdrop of New York City, Mama Leone's restaurant, which was a place we went often. Also the place with the boxy windows on 53rd Street, trattoria of some type, where me and Mother used to go and have espresso and chocolate. Mummy, Yoko, she went there quite a while after, but I think it was a very sad experience for her. So in this writing, I write of seeing her sitting there alone and not being able to reach her. And, I was very concerned about her after my execution, because, it was an execution. After my execution, she really, it was a very traumatizing event for her. Yes, I always talk about being with you, Lena, and looking for you and pining for you, and that's all true. But it's also true that she is a woman that I shared my life, a child with, and many experiences with, and I had great compassion and love for her on a human level. She was a good wife. She was a good partner, as she knew how to be. Very driven person, very artistic person, very wise person. And for that to have happened to her, to see someone that she loved, me, executed before her eyes in front of the home where we lived together, I worried about her all the time. Yeah. She's very strong and she made it through, but that was nothing that anyone should ever have to experience. Unfortunately, in this world, we experience each other's executions and difficult situations more often than we'd like to think about. And so we try not to dwell on it, but this poem is me just watching her in her despair. The widow. Who's the man in the tub? It's God. The man talking to you. And he says, too bad you were an honest man. That's right. Like Gandhi and the rest of them, the executions come. Unfortunately. Things may change. They're not that way out here. We are revered and taken care of. The ascended masters, that's who we are. But for Earth, it's a little too much for the dark energies. Why do these dark energies... Let's finish the story. So you end it with, well, then he found a pen, but all it wrote was invisible ink. That was me trying to get through to anybody down here in the early days. In the early days of following my execution, I really had to learn how to telepathically connect. My skills were not very good. You know, Mother was trying to help me with that, with the meditation and all, before I crossed over. We were both trying to bone up on that, but I just didn't have it, and I had to pretty much start from scratch to be able to get into any kind of communication with you or her or anyone. My sons. So he got in his balloon and went up and away, but he trailed a message in code, and here's what it said. Dead. This is me just going back out into the atmosphere, because that is, after a while, it just gets very frustrating. So you have to take a break and you have to go out, regroup, and then try again to reach the ones you love. Did you ever think of... Thank you, John. Yeah. Did you... Go ahead. I'm thinking, how do I want to say it? Did you ever think of just throwing in the towel? No, that's not an option. The people you leave behind down here are still your responsibility. If you're an evolved soul, you know where your work lies, and your work down here is not finished. She needed my strength, Yoko, to get through that horrible thing. You needed me most of all. You needed me most of all. So I tied you down to this level. I wouldn't say tied me down. You drove me to improve and become the Ascended Master I only just recently have become. Well, that's amazing. And so we're going to go back to watching the documentary today. John Lennon, Murder Without a Trial. That's right. Why wasn't there a trial? Why was so America or the system so willing to shove that under a rug? We'll bring that to you later. John, love you so much. Let's go. Love you too. Praise be God and Mother. Good work, Head. No more on the low down. No, Johnny's no more on the low down. He's on the up and up. Yeah. And rising.